wars right now. How it happens really is what the bilateral would be really focused on. Pathikrit, I want to bring you in that, specifics as far as trade, investment, commerce is concerned, that's going to dominate the bilateral.
Gauri, I'll just start with two things. You talked about the Indo-China trade being more than that of Indo-American. Fact of the matter is most of the American companies are themselves manufacturing in China.
Yes.
So in any case, whenever you're procuring something, it will be more from China. Secondly, fact of the, again, it's a reality that most countries, including United States, is protectionist at some place. It's not that only India is protectionist and America is not. There are a lot of occasions they have also stopped foreign company from acquiring their companies, and many other cases are there. So so there are certain areas where there will be agreement, there are areas of disagreement, and there are areas of negotiations.
Yes.
One area, when you talk about trade, see, both the countries, presidents or prime minister would have to create jobs back home. So a full-fledged trade deal is a challenge because both would want manufacturing to happen in their own country. One area there is a convergence, and there is an absolute possibility of convergence is you can reduce the trade deficit by taking more oil and gas from United States. Given the kind of volatility that we have in Middle East today, irrespective of whether there is the possibility of war or not, terror attacks or attacks the way Houthis did it in Saudi Arab cannot be ruled out in future also. So to tide over that volatility, India has a potential to take more from United States. Right now we take only 6 million tons. But we almost take around 130 million tons from Middle East out of 233 that we take annually. So there is huge potential of India taking more from United States in terms of oil and gas, and that would reduce the trade deficit to a certain extent, or probably more or less it will reduce considerably. In that case, Trump asking for a trade deal will be less.
Okay.
Okay. But there are areas where there will be contention. One is data localization.
Yes.
That day also Prime Minister made it very clear, data is gold.
Yes.
Data is oil. So on data localization, the government of India has taken a very strict stand.
And I think that's something that the Americans would want to dilute.
And that's where they have a very different view, because the American business lobby wants something else.
Obviously.
Secondly, there is this issue of certain restrictions being put on e-commerce companies as to how much they can source from a specific vendor.
Yes.
India again has a very strict, they have put their hands down on that. That because they have to protect the small traders also. So yes, but again, doesn't mean that you stop talking. Doesn't mean it's a face-off and state. The reason is because see, you have trade, and that's why you would have some disputes. If you didn't have trade, there wouldn't have been disputes. So one is definitely in the area of oil. Second is definitely in the area of defense. Defense deals, oil deals will reduce the serious concern that America right now has in terms of trade. There's a huge surplus that India has.
24 billion.
Other thing is that India is also saying that, look, you have a dispute with China in terms of trade. So I am giving you an option to shift many of your manufacturing base into India.
Right.
Say corporate tax reduction and 100% FDI in contract manufacturing.
That's very significant.
That creates a lot of opportunities. One last point, there is again a clause, a caution. If the American companies come and tomorrow say a particular American company says, I want to make this defense product in India.
Yes.
Suddenly everybody becomes happy. But if there's a condition that your government will have to buy it from me only, then it's not going to happen like that.
Of course.
Then it will be something else. Whatever is in Indian interest, that will be bought.
Of course.
Okay. So overall, yes, there are a lot of positives, but again, there are areas of concern.
So there has to be a lot of give and take.